Good morning. 30 days, 30 promises of God. Today's November 3rd. And so this is promise number 3 from Genesis 15:6. This is where God is telling Abram that he's going to have a child. And Abram's very old and his wife is very old. And it's a little unbelievable. And yet, here's what happens in the New Living Translation. And Abram believed the Lord, and the Lord counted him as righteous because of his faith. And in the CSB, Abram believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. And this sort of tells us what faith is. I think a lot of times we think it's sort of a warm fuzzy or some kind of mystical feeling. But faith just means trust, just means depending on, relying on, counting on. And that's what Abram does here. And God sees that and credits to Abram as if it were a completely righteous life, which no human lives. Even before I read this morning, I was thinking about a time when I was in the adult class at church for some reason. I was sitting next to my Uncle Roger, and the teacher was teaching, I think on James 5:16, where the prayer of a righteous man avails much is the verse. And the teacher said, he asked the question, does God hear the prayer of sinners? And but for the point he was making, he was rhetorically expecting the answer no. And but my Uncle Roger didn't miss a beat. He said, well, I hope so, because if not, I'm in trouble. And everybody laughed, and the speaker realized that he'd misspoken. And but I've never forgotten it, because my Uncle Roger's theology was so good. Because God is not good to us because we are good. God is good to us because He is good. And so that's what you see happening here with Abram. And so when we read a passage, we ask 4 questions. What's it say about God? What's it say about people? What am I going to do about it? Who am I going to tell about it? So what does it say about God? It says God is good. You know, we used to have this prayer, God is great, God is good, let us thank Him for our food. And, you know, the first part of that is actually pretty profound. God is great. He's big, He's huge, He's powerful, but He's also good. And we see that evidenced here in this verse. What does it say about people? Well, you know, we need something to trust. We need something to rely on. We need something to count on. We need something to feel secure about. And God is that thing that we can rely on. So what am I going to do about it? Well, I got a busy day today, already a little anxious, already running behind. And so today when I get anxious, I'm just going to stop and take a breath, and I'm going to pray, God is great, God is good. Many times my prayers are about me and what I'm doing and what I'm feeling. And this will give me a chance to reorient my prayer life to make sure that my prayers are about God and not about myself, and about trusting and counting on Him. So what are your answers to those questions? I'm curious to know. Drop them in the comments and share this with somebody and encourage them.